Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to our channel. I want to talk about getting signed. Is getting signed something that you guys really want? Okay, I've talked to a lot of artists, I've seen a lot of things happen, and I'm here to give you the actual truth of the benefits and the disadvantages of getting signed as an artist. Normally back then, we all loved the fact of getting signed to these major record labels, and they'll push you and make you a superstar and do all this stuff XYZ. But nowadays, people aren't even signed to record labels, and they don't even need a record label to push them. Because they have the same resources as these record labels themselves. So it's kind of hilarious that, the record labels are kind of losing power the more that music gets decentralized. Before there was only a couple people that told you who to listen to and what kind of music was going to be playing on the radio, on TV, on all these networks. So nowadays, artists are finding it very easy to grow their music without having to worry about getting signed or losing their rights to their music or anything like that. I saw this story one time. It got so toxic when Michael Jackson actually, bought the Beatles masters. So Michael Jackson actually went ahead and just said, hey man, I want to go buy the masters because I'm part of this record label. I'm going to go buy his masters. Boom. Now the masters from Beatles is owned by Michael Jackson. How crazy is that? So this is kind of what we're dealing with in the music industry right now. It's all about who owns the music. Who is Lil Baby, for example? Where is his, money that's coming in from his royalties, from his music, from his, streaming platforms? Where is that money actually going? Is it going to Lil Baby, or is it going to 50 other people in terms of management teams, A&Rs, producers, engineers, and all that kind of stuff? So we're going to break it down in this video right now if it is worth it getting signed or not. So let's be honest here. The thing about getting signed is you're going to basically have a loan, okay? You're getting an advance from a company. So a company is going to say, hey, we like your music. We're going to give you this much money in exchange for this many songs. And that's kind of, how they roll. So there's a 360 deal, or there's an album deal, or whatever. So there's a bunch of different deals on how you can play it and how you can negotiate it. If you ever get into this position, I definitely recommend talking to a music attorney and maybe get on a consultation call with them, because they will help you and guide you going further. But look, so the first thing they're going to do is they're going to sit you down and say, hey, we're going to give you $100,000 for a 5-year contract where you have to make 10 albums. Deal? And then that's where they put the pressure on you and say, hey, this is the opportunity available to give you, and take it or leave it. Not knowing that artist, that same artist, could make millions of dollars. That's why the record label is giving $100,000, because they know that this guy can make them millions of dollars on the back end. So if the artist doesn't know that, because they don't know the real capabilities of their music, they're not looking at the big picture, and they're just like, oh, money, money, money. I want the money, so let's get it before it's gone. It's kind of like the hunter mentality. Hunt before you're hunted. So you kind of want to grab the money before someone else grabs it. So look, the artist is going to accept it and get stuck in a deal. The first thing that record label is going to do is have a freaking celebration, because the artist just sold away his rights. And now with this music and with all of this stuff, that artist is now officially a slave. That artist comes to work, makes music for the company, and the company promotes it. And now next thing you know, all the fans are paying the company back. Okay. It's kind of like, it's just a vessel, and they're using this guy as a little puppet. And this puppet has to do dance moves all day, and whoever makes the money is the person holding the strings. That's kind of how it works, and it's literally insane. So this is what we're seeing right now, and this is kind of the reality of what a record label is actually doing. So the artist has $100,000. They run through the $100,000, because as soon as they get the $100,000, it's taxed about 30%. So next thing you know, they're down to $75,000, and they blow it in a year. That's pretty much it. $75,000, that's an average salary for, an average individual in the United States. So they blow in the first year, and then they're broke, and then they're, have nothing in terms of revenue coming in. Record label's happy because now they're making millions of dollars, and they got an artist on a contract for 5 years. They're having a freaking time of their life, because they're probably going to make $2 million, $3 million a year from this guy, having for 5 years. That's $15 million. Having that being said, so that's one thing. Next thing is the artist is now stuck. He's stuck in a position that he can't get himself out of unless he buys his rights back to the music. So that's tough, because now the music is so at a higher value, where if he was to go ahead and try to get his rights back, he wouldn't be paying $100,000. He would be paying way more. So that's kind of why they trap you in this artist trap. And now look, let's talk about the other side of things. So now let's talk about the benefits of, being independent. So what does it mean to be independent? How can you make money as an independent artist? Listen, I've worked with artists that are making 7 figures in revenue from their music as an independent artist. I've seen tax returns and I've seen bank statements. These artists, what they're really doing is that they're now leveraging their fan bases to offer more than just music platforms. Let's face it, man. Spotify is like a tenth of a penny for a stream, and it's really tough to kind of like run those numbers up consistently. So it's very, very, time consuming and time frustrating because, you're an independent artist. You don't have a lot of access. Everything that comes to your pocket has to leave your pocket because you are your own investor. You are your own engineer. You are your own producer. You're your own manager. Everything is pretty much in your hands unless you want to get a manager and then the manager takes 25%. So that's kind of how it rolls. So now the independent artists, what they can do is now focus on building their music and finding out different platforms that they can monetize it on. So look, first thing that I would tell an artist, if the artist came to me and said he wants to make music and he wants to make money from his music, I would ask him how many fans does he have. Let's say this artist has 10,000 fans. If you don't have 10,000 fans, find a way to get 10,000 fans. Do Spotify playlisting. Work with our agency. Link in description, by the way. We help artists grow and develop fan bases so they can go ahead and leverage their fan bases to make money. Having that being said, basically we would tell the artist to get their first 10,000 fans. Once they have the 10,000 fans, now we are talking. Now that's a powerful artist. This artist has a fan base, a supporting fan base that will buy, that will listen, that will consume all of the stuff that he's doing. So now the guy has a fan base. Now he's presented himself in a really professional and powerful way. This guy can now do projects, do sponsorships, do brand deals, and do endorsements with people, with companies, and with smaller artists to make money. So there's a couple of ways to do it. So the first way is doing features. So now you have 10,000 fans. You can leverage that to a smaller artist that wants to work with you and say, hey, I charge $500 per feature. You get 5 features a month. That's about $2,500 a month. So you can pay your rent with that. Boom. Now you are a sustainable artist that is, getting features, and now that's one source of income. The second source of income is now talking to brand deals. For example, we are working with Bang Energy, and they're telling us if this artist has XYZ numbers, he has this kind of demographic, he fits into this category of niches in terms of music, we'll give him a deal. So these deals run from $1,000 to $5,000. So let's say we shop around and we negotiate, we get him for $1,500. He has to make about 10 to 20 posts per month. So there we go. Now we got him $1,500 from our sponsorship deal. We got him $2,500 from features. Next thing, this is the best one. So now we say, let's do NFTs. This is the third thing that I would tell an artist to do, is do NFTs. And if you don't know how to do NFTs, link in description. Our Instagram's right there. Consult with us. We are literally making artists so much money. Anyways, so pretty much we would tell them to do an NFT project. You don't have to do something that's very crazy, anything flashy, scammy, nothing like that. Your music that you have out right now, your best song, grab it, convert it to an NFT. Okay? How we do that? DM us if you want to know. But look, you convert it into an NFT. Now you have an NFT that's pretty much a copy of their song digitally made into an NFT. Now they make 500 units of it. They make 500 copies. Look, if they have 10,000 fans, I'm sure 500 of them would definitely like to buy it, if not more. So let's say they have 500 people that would go ahead and buy something like this. Now they price it at $5 per NFT. Okay, now let's do some averages here. He has 10,000 fans. Only 500 of them have to buy something. That's about 5% of his actual fan base. Only 5% of them need to buy an NFT from him. So NFTs are something that's really hot. It's really in tune right now, and it's making artists a lot of money. We just cashed out an artist for $10,000. I would know. Anyways, he makes an NFT. $5, 500 copies. He sells out within 5 days. Okay, let's keep everything 5. So he sells out in 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, whatever. And he goes ahead and he sells all the copies. So what number does that come out to ish? 5 times 500. Let's ask Siri, Why ask me? Hey Siri, what's 500 times 5?
It's $2,500.
Boom. $2,500 from NFTs, every single song he drops from now on that are just 500 copies, okay? Now he has $2,500 coming from NFTs, $2,500 coming from features, and $1,500 coming from a sponsorship, from a brand deal. That's $6,500 that's coming from all of these specific categories and avenues of streams, okay? That's about $6,200, $6,500 coming from all of these major, streams of income now. This artist isn't relying on his record label to pay him out for his music, okay? That's the last of his priorities. He has 10,000 strong fans. He got a cool brand deal, cool. He got this new feature. He got these features from artists, only 5 artists every month. He got this really cool NFT package that he's dropping every single time, once a month. $6,200 every single 30 days. Now, $6,200. Let's ask Siri, how much does that come out to on a yearly basis? Hey Siri, what's $6,200 times 12?
It's 74,400.
That same artist made $74,000 in his first year as an independent artist compared to an artist that got signed for $100,000 up front, and he had to be a slave for 5 years. So technically he only got paid $25,000 per year because he was on a 5-year contract. This artist, that independent artist that we worked with, just made $74,000. This signed artist just made $25,000. Who really won? You guys make the decision. That's why being an independent artist and working with our team is the best way to go, because we can literally make money from thin air as long as we have a fan base. Fan bases come first. If you guys are interested in growing your fan base or you want to work with our team, guys, what's the sense, man? Just send us a DM. We would love to work with you and show you a little bit what we could do. Let's consult with you on a call. Maybe we have some cool opportunities to grow your fan base. Let's work together. Anyways, guys, I'm looking for you. I'm waiting for you to come send us a DM so we can go ahead and have that conversation ourselves. See you guys on the other side. It's Ish from Leballoo, and thanks for watching. Peace out.